A lot of times I'm driving, there's nothing to do, and I shuffle through the radio before I unglue. There's a lot of red on ways, it's traffic, I'm screwed, and I'm wired a bit different than a regular dude. It's not a bad thing, I embrace it, it's true. The radio don't stimulate brain chemistry fluid. The Buddha found nirvana and the Four Noble Truths. Through a meditative process, right action he proved. For me, I require the use of a tool, a detector, pin, pointer, shovel, and beach scoop. I'm meant to work the dirt with my history crew, but everywhere I look, my interest taboo. Most people choose Bieber over Tippecanoe. What does a detectorist listen to when the radio is full of bad music and news? I need an alternative for me to peruse. Beyond Sight and Sound gets fantastic reviews. A metal detecting show where my thought bubble brews. Thank you, Josh Kimmel, for inviting me to a detecting dork out with guests like yours truly.
Are you looking for a high-quality beach and sand scoop? Are you trying to take your hunting to the extreme? How about an American-based company that stands behind their product and everything they sell? Then check out our friends over at XTREME Scoops. John has been making scoops for some time now and makes a quality beach and sand scoop to take your hunting to the next level. XTREME Scoops recently released their new sand shredder that works great in the water and on the beach. And if you're a new Equinox user, you may want to check out his Surfmaster X3 that can trap those small targets you new Equinox users are finding out there. XTREME Scoop's company approach is let's do it right. So do it right, buy it once, and go to the extreme. XTREMEScoops.com. That's XTREME scoops.com. Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show. All right, we're back. We're live once again. You are listening to Beyond Sight and Sound, metal detecting and treasure hunting radio for all the really cool digging people out there. And when I look into the chat, I see that there's all sorts of people bouncing around there. Good to see. I see Dylan's in. The Bills are in. Well, there's quite a number of people in there. Good to see, definitely. Dylan actually operates the Relic Hunter Facebook group and is probably, as we go live, sporting his Beyond Sight and Sound apparel. So definitely cool to see. The support is always appreciated. Links in the description. Our friends at Shooters and Prospectors, Extreme Scoops, TheRingFinders, DETECTEES.com, All Metal Militia on YouTube and Facebook, Metal Detecting NYC on YouTube and Facebook, Ohio Metal Detecting, Crazy Spider Adventures, both on YouTube. Oh, the Mini Horde commercial, Nokta Makro website, Midwest Refineries, the latest ring return that I had mentioned Sunday. If you're an avid American Digger reader, keep an eye out. The way it sounds, it could show up in an issue, and I would like to know if it does. Definitely. We'll see what happens. The link for the Great Kids Metal Detecting Christmas Giveaway Facebook group, kids ages 5 to 15, is what that group is set up for that Christmas giveaway. And more importantly, the big link for tonight is Lucky Lou's 25 Days of Christmas giveaway. The extravaganza. I don't know where the guy's going to find the time in the midst of the light fight, but we're going to find out about that.
right now. So how is it going, Lou?
Oh, it's going fantastic, minus the fact that I can't sign into my Spreaker account with my phone here, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to chat. I can at least read the chat, I guess, right?
That's a good question. I don't know, because the chat shows up different for me than it does for the listeners.
Yeah, I can at least read it. I don't feel like messing around trying to figure out where how to sign in. I forget what I used to sign when I made the account, so
Probably something like Coin Liquor.
yeah, who knows? I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. I know Doug was having trouble too, but my phone just updated, and so now it's like all these things I have to re-sign into, and like all this other crap, and so
Well,
it's
Doug was probably having trouble, because I take it you never told him from the last episode that we blocked him from the show so he didn't win your prizes.
Yeah.
No,
Yep,
Doug's great. Shout out to Awesome Relics New England.
Yep. So last year we'll give a little bit of a brief description of last year. So
Yeah, because
last
it's
year,
just blown up for you this year.
yeah. Well, I wanted to do it bigger and better, so why not, right?
That. You did that. True.
But last year, I mean, I only have like 120, 130 friends on Facebook, and I typically will only accept friend requests from people I've dug with or met at events or clubs or something like that. And so nobody take offense if I don't accept your friend request. But
Right.
last year, I had won a bunch of stuff at different club meetings, silver and stuff like that, and just had a bunch of stuff lying around. So I decided last December to do random live giveaways on Facebook, once or twice a week or whatever. And I just tagged the people on my friends list, whoever was on. And so their friends could actually hop into that live video last year as well. And just did giveaways, just randomly, anytime during the day, whatever. And so this year, I was thinking about it like a month ago, and I wanted to do something, better than I did last year, and to be able to reach more people than just the people on my friends list. And so, everybody's had such a crappy year and stuff, or a lot of people have had crappy years. And so I just wanted to do something for the detecting community. I've had a pretty successful year swinging my coil, and I was like, I had a bunch of stuff lying around, silver and different things, and so I was like, you know what, let me see if I can reach out to some people to see if I get donations as well, and then I started the Lucky Lou's 25 Days of Christmas group. I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, to see if people would get, hop in there and would want to be part of it, and within like a week there was 400 plus members in it and stuff, and I was getting responses from people that wanted to donate, and like one of my detecting friends was like, "Yeah, I'll give you this," and he gave me a 10-ounce silver bar and a few.
Wow, that was a cool looking bar too.
A freaking gold coin, a bunch of other random silver coins, and I was like, sweet, it'll be awesome to give away. And then, I got a list here of people, people and companies that have donated. I'm just gonna read it off real quick. But I got donations from Kelly Co, Garrett, Blaine Bunch, Charles Gren, Dig Dug from Awesome Relics New England, Treasure Tom Shively, KG and Ringy, Allison Cohan, Sergeant Sean A.T. Max, Rhode Island Relics, Digger's Den, Dan Nelson, Drew and Jocelyn, Ken Dig, Bruce Kamer, Brian McCary, Chuck Smalley, Sonia Harshman, All Metal Militia, a couple of anonymous people. I actually have some other stuff coming in the mail. I don't like to say until I actually get it.
Right.
And then digging with Maddie as well. I got some stuff, and like I felt bad. They sent me a package like full of like stickers and patches and stuff. I never even got it. The United States Postal Service couldn't get me an 8x11 envelope full of friggin' stickers and patches from New Jersey to Massachusetts. Like, come on, And so he ended up sending me out another package, and so it was pretty cool, but of him to send out another package. And so, but yeah, I mean, some of the cooler items. I mean, Kelly Cole gave me a Garrett carrot. Brian McCary hooked me up. He's what is it? LIDetectingResources.com. Profine 20 pinpointer. Chuck just gave me sent me an ugly box to give away. Drew and Jocelyn donated an Apex with the headphones and a bunch of Garrett stuff to go with that. DDD Detectors, Brian there gave me an Apex as well to give away. Rhode Island Relics, frickin' Nathan gave me a black 88 digger and a ticket to Pound the Ground Gold Rush, Seed the States event for next year. And then KG and Ringy gave me an NX5 to give away. I got that anonymous, 10 ounce silver bar to give away. Whatchamacallits. Allison gave me a pulse dive to give away. So those are some of the cool things. Treasure Tom gave me 5 treasure magazines. 4 of them have 4 gold nuggets. Yeah, and so Treasure Tom's awesome, and he's surprised. He gave each one of my kids a little gold nugget, so they were they were stoked about getting that.
Nice.
So,
and Rock Cycle Kruger.
Yeah, Rock Cycle Kruger. I thought he was only giving me one of those silver chimes. He ended up sending me 4 of them. That's just rocking. I mean, that's so cool. Ken gave me a gold nugget he just dug, not the big one, but a smaller one, and then he's mailing me a Fujio shirt to give away. So it's
nice.
Pretty cool. And I've had tons of people reach out, a whole bunch of people reach out to me that join the group that are just diggers. And they they're like, oh, I want to donate too. And it's like, no, I don't want you to. I want you to win stuff or have a chance to win stuff. I don't want, I wanted more or less like, I reached out to like dealers and people that are more well known that sell products or have the means to give away products and stuff like that. And so I mean it's awesome that people want to give away stuff as well, and donate to it. But it's like in the same time I feel bad taking stuff from just hobby detectorists. Because I want them to win stuff, and I mean, every little thing helps. And next year, if it gets even bigger, I'll probably end up taking donations from everybody. And I'll probably set up an account to help pay for shipping next year. And so that's, it should be pretty cool and pretty fun. Hey, Doug finally got to sign in. What a miracle.
Yeah, he's in there. I seen him in there. He said, hello, Josh and Lou. At what point, though, are you going to change the cover photo? Because we got to get the cover photo changed to the light fight.
Well, so I have pictures from the house from last year with the 22,000 whatever light, almost 23,000 lights on. I was thinking of doing it maybe after Thanksgiving when I put all my lights up this year and stuff and get a new picture from this year maybe.
Right.
But listen, that was the Ice Palace field that Doug and I went to. We
was a cool picture.
We swung there all for 5-6 hours or whatever it was, and it was it was walking over the field. It was all cracking and ice. It was awesome looking. And so it was the only wintry thing I could think of, that I could find on my phone fast enough to put on there.
Right, which that is that's actually the thumbnail we're using in tonight's show. So if people go to the group, they'll know they found the right group because the thumbnail for the show matches the cover photo, at least until the light fight starts.
Detecting Addicts, if you want to donate, message me on Facebook.
I'll tell you what, there's something else.
If there's any dealers or like reps or anything like that want to donate, just message me on Facebook, and we'll see what we can do and stuff, and we'll certainly get your name and links up on
the group.
On the group.
On the post.
I sort of shafted all the original donators because I made that original post and put all the links on that original post, and then I started making individual posts as stuff came in. And so I'm going to start doing single posts for everybody that's donated, because some people didn't get single posts. So I just want to make sure that, the people that donated stuff get everybody in the group. And plus the group has so many people in it now compared to when I first started. And so I figured the month of November, I'd start each day doing just a single post of what people have donated, and their links to whether it's a YouTube or a Facebook page or, a website, just so that people know where each thing came from and if they want to get anything from that person, if they actually even sell stuff. I mean, I have people that donated that don't sell anything or have a YouTube or anything like that. They just wanted to donate. So,
right. Detecting Addicts, they've been pretty giving lately from what I've been seeing in the chat. I think they've even donated to the kids' Christmas giveaway too, possibly.
That's awesome.
And this one for the kids' Christmas giveaway, that's for ages 5 to 15. But kind of the cool part about this one is it's for anybody.
Yeah. As long as you're a detectorist in the USA, continent up to 48 states, or have a mailing address. I had somebody message me that they lived in Canada, but their sister lived in Ohio or whatever, and asked if I could ship it. The sister's not in the group, but they have a mailing address in Ohio, and I said, yeah, taking them at their honest word that they have a sister in Ohio. I got no problem with that. The sister can try to ship it to Canada with the corona
there you go.
And everything and all that. I wanted to keep it to just U.S. detectorists only, and so that's where I'm at with as far as shipping and stuff. It's just trying to keep it simple. Even entering into the contest itself, when you get into the group, there's only 3 announcements. They're at the top of the page, right below where it says Lucky Lose and Members, it says Announcements. If you click on those announcements, it shows that there's one announcement of info, of different info and questions I've gotten. There's the pinned post that's at the top of the page that has over 1,000 comments on it. That's where you actually have to post a picture of one of your finds, or one of your favorite finds. There's some ball busters that are posting pull tabs and trash and stuff.
I saw that.
Whatever, you just have to post a picture of a find, basically. Preferably a favorite, because I actually like to see when I'm, giving everybody a number and liking their post. I'm jealous of so many of those damn finds that people have. So it's fun. It's funny to see somebody post a pull tab, but in the same aspect, that person that posted a pull tab, I'd love to have seen what they actually, their best find was, or what they think their favorite find is. And so right now we have 800, we just went over 800 people in the group today, which is freaking phenomenal.
That was cool to see.
But I only have 517 numbers assigned. And so there's, almost 300 people in the group. And I know some people just want to come in and hang out and check it out. I've gotten messages from a couple people saying, I'm not going to enter, but I love what you're doing. And I want to be able to see and stuff like that. So I'm sure there's going to be people that are like that, but 300 people. I just had one guy. I had to make it so that the posts, I approve all the posts now because people kept posting pictures of stuff they dug, and I don't want that in the group. I want it to be just about the Christmas giveaway, questions about the Christmas giveaway, anything that pertains to that. I'll approve, no problem. But I had a guy put a picture in it, and I think it was like one of his favorite finds, which he was posting it to the page and not on the pin post at the top of the page. And so I had to decline the picture. And so, hopefully whoever that person is over the next month will get the gist that you got to put it in that one that has over 1,000 comments, and check out some of the people's finds. I mean, there's some amazing stuff in there.
Oh, there is, definitely. And
so,
that, I did see a question in the chat wanting to know, I believe last year was the first year that you kind of did this, and it's just evolved from there. But what inspired you to start it last year?
I don't know. I mean, I dug almost 100 coppers. I had so much fun detecting with people, and that was the first year that that spring was when I met like Doug and Steph and Kendig and a bunch of people and Maya and all these different people, and it was just such a fun year in the detecting world. And I literally had a stack of silver coins that I non-dug items I don't care about.
Right.
I don't care about them at all. And I could win 100 silver coins throughout the year for different finds from clubs, whatever, et cetera, and I'll just give them all away because I don't care. And then I had, I just had extra stuff, displays, whatever, just kicking around. And so I don't know. I just wanted to give back to people that I knew and met throughout the year, because it was more for like on my friends list. And like I went out and bought a gold coin last year to give away right before Christmas. That was the last one I did.
I be Neil.
I be Neil out in Oregon, which but so this year I just wanted to do something more that would reach more people. And so that's the only thing I could think of was to
create the group.
Create a group, yeah, exactly. And I never did a group before. Like I didn't know about different settings, and like somebody was like, oh, you can turn off the comments, you can turn off, approve this, and I'm like, sweet. I'm like, cool, Well, let me look into that. And,
this has kind of been a year of firsts for you. You got Instagram, now you've got a Facebook group for the giveaway. Next year, maybe the YouTube channel will show up.
Oh, yeah.
The YouTube videos, YouTube videos.
I was thinking of making a YouTube for the giveaway, and then I was like, nah, because I might get too many non-detectorists possibly to try to hop, sneak in or something. And
too much work. You're busy writing down names and got the workshop going. What, gonna throw all the names in a big gift box or something?
Yeah, so I ordered 1,000. Funniest thing, I ordered 1,000 Scrabble tiles, and I took a Sharpie and I did 500 of them. Well, 494 because there was 6 that were misshapen or broken or whatever, so I threw out 6 of them, so it was no mark tiles. And like a week and a half later, another package arrives. It's another 1,000 tiles that I never even ordered. They double shipped me so I got 2,000 tiles. So if this group blows up into craziness, like I actually have 2,000 tiles that I could possibly number.
Wow, the go lives are gonna go long.
And so what I'm going to do is, I think it's going to be too many to put into a Santa hat. Originally, I was going to do in a Santa hat. And so I think I'm going to just, wrap a box and like wrapping some Star Wars wrapping paper or something. And just, we'll dump all of them in there right now. I got a bag of 494 tiles. If I do another random live giveaway before the main ones start, I'll have to number up to however many I have and put them in that bag too. But
and you're probably going to want to let people know too that they're going to want to make sure to get themselves joined and get themselves entered before it cuts off, because there will be a cutoff.
So that's so my announcement for tonight. I'll say now because it pertains to this. So next Monday I'm gonna be Amanda and Gypsy couldn't do this past Monday night. Originally, I was supposed to do their show this past Monday, and I'm doing it this coming Monday now, and that's from 8 to 9. But from 9 to 10, I'm doing Relic Roundup, and so I'm gonna have to leave that. I still have to message them, but I'm gonna have to let them know I'm gonna have to stop 10 minutes early so I can hop over to talk to Butch.
Wow. Gonna be a busy night for Lou.
Yeah, it'll be fun. 2 hours of detecting, talking, sure. And
you can handle that, no problem.
So November 30th, Monday, November 30th, I'm doing Digging with Maddie on Facebook Live. And the following day at 6 o'clock, I'm closing the group. There's not going to be anybody else allowed in the group. And so I can finish numbering, finish everything, and start the giveaways, on December 1st that night. So anybody who's in the group and is entered into the giveaway by 6 o'clock on Tuesday, December 1st, then they're good to go. But I will not be accepting any more members into the group or anything like that after December 1st. So everybody who's been in it for however long, those are the people that are going to have the chance to win. And Monday, though, on Digging with Maddie, if nobody knows what that is Digging Adventures or Digging with Maddie Facebook page. And to kick off, because I said 25 days of Christmas, but I'm ending it on Christmas Eve. So it's really only 24 days. So I'm going to do a special giveaway of my own item on Digging with Maddie, which will be the 25th day to sort of just kick it off. We'll see how many people we can get on Digging with Maddie. But I'm going to give away my brand new Ace 300 on the Digging with Maddie show Monday, November 30th. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's just collecting dust. I won it for Find of the Month this past January for Garrett Find of the Month USA, and it just sits there and collects dust. And so I would rather somebody else have it,
Right.
And so yeah, so we're gonna be that's gonna be the first giveaway for the 25 days of Christmas.
Nice. What a way to kick it off. And then are you gonna do kind of like you did last year and save the gold coin for last?
The only gold coin I have this year is just a small one that was donated. No, I mean, each night. So I'm going to try to get on basically between 8:30 and 9. So that West Coast people, it'll be 5:30, 6 o'clock out there. Try to keep it to hopefully 15 minutes, each night. And it's looking like I'm going to probably be able to do at least 3 giveaways per night. And after the giveaways are done, there's going to be a post it'll be the top pinned post, and it's going to have the day, say December 1st, and it'll be numbers and then the winners and what they won. And then, the following day I'll update that to December 2nd, and the winners and what they won. And so you don't have to be watching to win.
Which is a good thing for me, anyway.
Yeah, because life happens. Not everybody's going to be able to be on every night, hundreds of people. I mean, it's just not going to happen. And so I wanted everybody to be able to win and not be, not necessarily have to be on. You can win more than once. So all the prizes will be shipped out after Christmas. Just per chance somebody wins more than once. Also, there'll be smaller bonus prize items for people that are watching. Each night I'm going to do, whatever, if it's just some stickers, some, silver coins, whatever. There's going to be bonus items every single day as well. It might be one or two. I don't know until I go through everything and figure out what I'm giving away each day. But so for the live viewers, there will also be, bonus items for them to win as well. Yeah, Steve. No, I did not. I did not even think about that, and I will not accept any money from anybody. So.
And shout out to Frank. He just joined the Metal Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound group earlier this evening, and he's in tonight's chat.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
And I'm going to guess if he's not already a member of the Lucky Lou's 25 Days of Christmas, he will be shortly.
He is. He actually he's letting people know how to set up their notifications, and I got my info from him to set up the to let people know, like, you got to click the 3 dots and go down to notifications.
Nice.
And on so that when I go live, you got a notification and stuff. So.
And if he didn't hear about the Great Kids Metal Detecting Christmas giveaway, he may want to run over and join that group, because it sounds like he's trying to get a detector for a local kid.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't hurt. Maximize your potential.
Yeah, you never know. So as far as the prizes go, I mean, I don't know. I got some, as of right now, I mean, like that 10-ounce silver bar. The 2 detectors.
That thing is awesome.
The couple detectors. I mean, those are going to probably be more towards Christmas.
Right.
I mean, the last day I might do the 2 detectors and the silver bar. I mean, that might be the Christmas.
Makes sense. Kind of build up to it.
Yeah, and like Christmas Eve, I'm gonna end up doing the live thing. At like 4:00 or something like that day, because we got to go to church that night and stuff. So it'll probably, if I do it earlier, then I'll be notifying everybody before that. But So I mean, we'll see. I still got some stuff coming in. One thing I do have coming in is a ticket to from Digstock, Pete Sorrell. He's mailing it out right now. I should have it soon.
Got to be 18 years or older for that one now.
Yeah, you got to be 18 years or older to win it, but it's a ticket to either Digstock event that's going to be happening in 2021. So I know there's one in New York and there's going to be one in North Carolina. So the two ticket giveaways for Pound the Ground and for Digstock.
And if I remember right, not only do you have to be 18 or older, you also have to be able to
attend the event.
Right.
And so those two items will have a separate giveaway. I'm going to probably make a post for those two items, and everybody will have to sign up just like they did for the main giveaway. And it's going to be, you have to be able to attend and you have to be 18 and older. And I'll list the date of the events and stuff. And so if you can't fly from California to go to New York for the event or fly to Rhode Island for the event, then don't bother entering. And so but that's just for those two donations, but yeah, it's shaping up to be a pretty awesome, cool thing. everybody seems very excited about it, and that's all. That's all that matters. Smiles on people. It's going to put a bunch of smiles on a bunch of detectorist faces, and there's still people reaching out to me. I still have some I tried to get a hold of Deus, Nokta Makro, and Mind Lab, and none of those three places have even gotten back to me. Mind Lab sent me a thing back saying to call the customer support or something. I'm like, that's not gonna do me any good. So, but so I mean, you never know. I might get stuff from them. See if any of them respond or anything. Maybe one of them will be listening to this or one of the other things I do, and they'll reach out to me or respond to my requests. And then
there
I would
go.
it would be cool to get something from each major manufacturer. That would be cool.
Right. Sometimes it's tough to do though, because I mean everybody's got their hand out kind of, so they they get hit up quite a bit, and sometimes people get through to them, sometimes people don't. It's it can be kind of a dicey situation sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And it looks like maybe, yeah, we've got Chuck on with us. How's it going, Chuck?
Pretty good, Josh. Pretty good. Hey, Lou, if you need to get a hold of Nokta, go to that Nokta Makro page. Delec is generally on there.
Well, I messaged the page itself, and I messaged Relic, and the page responded back and said that Relic got my message, but that was the end of that.
Well, and she's been pretty busy lately. Unfortunately, the other day, Turkey had an earthquake. Pretty good sized one. It didn't affect Nokta Makro's production facilities or anything like that, thankfully. But I'm sure it's a tough time over there for them right now.
Yeah, they got hit pretty hard. So
yeah,
that'd be the best way for you to get a hold of her. As far as my lab, I don't know what to tell you there on all that. I do have contacts there, and I could message her and see if she wanted to roll something your way. In fact, I may do that in the morning.
Yeah, even if it's just a couple shirts or, just anything. I mean, I don't really even care. Some stickers, whatever. Just to know that they know about the giveaway. That's about.
I'll reach out tomorrow and see if I can get a hold of her and tell her to get a hold of you, message you, and through the page and see if we can get something going. No promise.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Appreciate any help. It's all, everything adds up to something, and so this is my first time.
She reached out to Barb and gave her I think a mini board, and that was pretty cool. So we'll see what we can do with a couple of them there, and keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never done anything like this before, and so I don't I don't even have contacts or anything like that. I started going through my friends list and messaging, like KG and Riggy and Drew and Jocelyn and some other people and stuff. And I'm like, and then Doug hooked me up with a little bit of a list of, some other places that I could get a hold of and stuff. And I'm like, man, how do I do this? So it's all a learning experience for me.
It'll come, and I'll try and help you out along the way with some of it.
Well, even you, Chuck, you reached out to me and hooked me up with an ugly box. I mean, that's just generosity.
At first, I was going to give you a pinpointer, and I thought, what the heck? If you're doing it in the manner where adults that detect, or they've already got a pinpointer. Yeah, they would like to have another pinpointer, but I got to thinking the ugly box would be more fun.
Well, and they're kind of a hot commodity.
Well, a lot of people don't have an electrolysis machine,
Right.
Right.
and or don't know how to make one or don't want to make one because they're nervous about making one. And
Right.
so,
Yeah,
And
they,
this is the time of
I
year that
understand
people are
that.
thinking about
After they
cleaning their
cook a couple
finds.
and fry one or two, they'll figure it out. I did.
I made my first one with an AC power supply, and I super boiled the water in like a matter of like a minute, and like fried the thing I was trying to clean. I was like,
Yep.
Yep.
whoops.
Took everything off of it.
It did. Oh, it did.
Don't stick your finger in it then.
Yeah. Oh, it
Yeah.
was funny.
He
laughing.
cleaned it all right, that's for sure. I mean, if I remember right, it took the patina, the verdigris, the plating, everything. It took it to bare metal.
Yeah, it was
Right.
all glass afterwards. The copper plating was gone. The friggin' dirt was gone. Everything.
I cooked a silver too. I turned it coal black, and that isn't coming off. But I did it on a Roosevelt. I wanted, I was practicing, so it was nothing good, really good. But boy, I'll tell you what, it will cook it.
Oh yeah.
Mike.
And Barb asked a question a while back of you if she couldn't plug her kids giveaway on your site.
Yeah, yeah, Bob. Of course you can. Just post it. Try to do a post, and I'll just approve it. Put a link up
Right,
for your.
because it'll have to be
page.
approved.
Yeah. So I was gonna sign up my Molly for her giveaway. She's only 11.
You should.
Yeah, do it. Do it. There's a lot of good stuff going out to the kids, and Barb works her backside off for Josh and I, and we talked about that last week. We kind of coerced her into being in.
Right, the collusion.
Mike Boyles said in the chat he's still waiting for a number. Did you just post a picture since this show started? Because I numbered every single person while Josh was setting up the show. And I'm up to 517. So I just want to make sure. I've asked a few times if anybody who's posted a picture in that thing, if they hadn't gotten a number, to message me, because I went through it back when it was like 300 numbers or something like that. And you got to click, it only does 10 comments at a time. So I had to click the thing, view all comments like 30 times. And I tried to do it. I just tried to do it recently. It was like, I think we had like 450 people in it. And I clicked 45 times to get back to the first number one person. And as I'm going through, Facebook crashed on my phone. And I was like, I'm not doing that all again right now. And
right.
But when it first started, some of the numbers are jumbled because there was so many. I was numbering them as people were posting them to try to stay ahead, being proactive. And there was like 5 different people posting at the same exact time. And so I was numbering them, but all the posts weren't showing up at the same time. And so there was actually some that got skipped, and a few people messaged me and were like, hey, you skipped so-and-so, so-and-so. And so I went back and I had to add in the numbers. I stopped at like 50 and I went back and went to the, and so there's some jumbled numbers up there and stuff, but.
Well, if Mike Boyles is in there and he gets a number, I'm sure he's going to win something somewhere along the way. And if Ed Olson is in there and has a number, he's probably going to win 10 or 12 things along the way.
Ed's in there. I'm just going to stay at home. There isn't any reason.
Well, Mark Thomas just got entered not that long ago too. I said, oh, there it goes. He's always winning. He's always winning stuff too. I said nobody else is winning.
Yeah, exactly. Some of these guys carry gold horseshoes.
I know it.
But some people say, "Oh, the more people that are in the group, the less chance I have to win." But in reality,
Not
the
true.
more people, the funner it'll be. Everybody has the same odds.
And that's another thing that you should probably mention too. if you win, it's not like you're done. You can win more than once in this group.
All your numbers going right back in there and getting mixed right back in. So, it's
It doesn't mean you will win more than once, unless, of course, you're Ed or Mark or Mike or. But for most of us, we'll be lucky to win once.
I got lucky one time. Barb sent me a very nice Civil War token and a bill, check from the mining company. I have won once, and how long we've been doing this, Josh?
Right.
I don't enter all the time, but I did that night and I won something.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though, with that, I couldn't have thought of a more fitting person for that prize to go to.
That was pretty cool.
Doug just commented. So so when you post a picture in that pinned post, I'll like your post and then I'll write you a number, and then I also have an official list on a notepad, and I've written down 517 numbers and 517 names.
Which I'm glad, because I've long ago forgotten my number already. I've slept since then.
I have too.
Well, and I did that so that when I'm pulling the numbers, I can actually, because I'm going to be using my phone to do the Facebook Live, and so I wouldn't be able to check. And so I want to be able to see who actually wins each time I pull a number. And also, for chance something happened to that post, and it just all of a sudden vanished or something crazy.
That'd be a mess.
I'm nervous like that, so I have everybody written down.
Well, you got to keep yourself covered.
And I don't like.
Now, I got a question for you. You're shipping a lot of stuff out. Do you have a PayPal account that people can donate to help you with shipping?
I feel strange taking money from people, and so I said no. I'm not. I have a PayPal account, but I'm not telling anybody what it is. And and so I feel really strange I got like $100 in clad that I'm going to cash in that I dug this year to help pay for the shipping and stuff, and whatever it is. The detectors are getting shipped directly from Jocelyn and Drew and Brian at the Digger's Den. The NX5, KG, and Ringy are going to ship directly. So those items I don't have to pay to ship, at least. Well,
that's good.
That's good.
If people wanted to, I'm quite sure they'd do that too. I try to help Barb out on that because she got an influx of detectors, and those aren't cheap to send out. So it's not fair to her to.
Not when they're coming in as fast as they are.
Yeah, and that's and I honestly didn't think about that, and I didn't think I was going to be having this much stuff and this many people, and so next year I'll probably accept donations from everybody, and I'll get do the PayPal to do money donations for shipping too.
Don't feel funny about it, because you're doing something pretty cool here.
You're doing something good for the community.
It's fun. It's a Christmas thing, and a little help from your friends out there. You got a lot of friends. We've got a great hobby out here. We have connectivity and people that want to help and have fun, and it's the giving that they feel good about.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Steve Mussman just asked if you're gonna. So each winner will have to message me their address to ship it to.
Right, and we've got Barb on with us too.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Yankee.
Miss IHP herself.
Nice.
That's not nice.
That's the first thing I think of whenever I hear the name Bob now. It's just Indian head pennies.
Every time he digs an Indian head penny, he's thinking that's one more that Barb won't get.
Just dug one yesterday. The first thing I thought it was Bob.
God. You're killing me.
I hate to kill you more, but at the end of December, I'm gonna dump out my jar of old coins that I've dug this year, and there's probably 50 to 60 Indian heads in there at least.
I can't say what I wanted because it's a family show, but it begins with Y and S, okay? But I'm going to tell you, the first Christmas Kids giveaway we did, the shipping was, I think, maybe $125 because we had a lot of coins. All the dealers shipped from them, from the
Right.
factories.
All the big prices were shipped from the donors.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the shovels, all that. But even little packages, I bought a lot of those little 3x5 envelopes at Walmart. I mean, they're like $6 for 10 of them. And then you get the bigger ones for the shirts and all that. And they're like, 5 for $6. And then you get the little boxes, and they were 55 cents a piece. They're probably $105 a piece now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and so I probably spent the first year maybe $30-$40 in box and packages, but then $100 and something in shipping. But last year,
and $5 in pain reliever, taking it all to the post office.
Oh, God. But last year, we had so much given, and they gave, the detectors still got shipped from the people that donated them. But I had people giving me a dozen, Riker cases with relics and bullets and shark's tooth. And they got to be a little pricey to ship, that I spent $275 last year in shipping. And thank God I had to suck my pride up. So, there came a point.
You had people helping with shipping last year a little bit.
Yeah, it got to the point when I started. What I did was box everything or put them in envelopes before the giveaway and put a number on each one. Right. Put it in a spreadsheet, and then that way, when I was giving it, it's like, this is prize number 5. This is what's in it. And when they won, I wrote their name on the inside tab of the envelope or the box, and it went so much smoother last year.
Yeah. Yep, learning curves.
Yeah, so, but it did, I got to the point as it started stacking up to the ceiling, I was like, I'm going to need help with shipping people, and right. Thank God. I ended up paying only $35 out of my pocket, but totally it was $275.
I know, it was a long receipt.
Little packages. It took me about 45 minutes to check out at the post office.
Yeah, that receipt was longer than you are tall.
UPS just announced a 4.7% increase December 1st.
Oh, lovely.
There you go.
Yep.
And USPS did raise their rates here a while back, but Steve made a point. I don't know if you use Click and Ship. That saves you some money. And Stamps.com, you can work through it and figure that kind of stuff out. I mean, it gets to be rather pricey on shipping stuff. So I generally, if somebody orders something like, okay, on the midi order that we're going to have, we're going to drop ship direct. It doesn't come to me and get shipped again. I'm just going to drop ship direct from distribution to the winner, Barb.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. That's what I like Drew and Jocelyn asked if they wanted to ship me the detector and all the stuff, and I'm like, nope. You guys, there's no point in paying twice on shipping a detector. It'd be cool. It'd be cool to have it here, because I'm gonna, like Thanksgiving, I'm gonna put everything out on the table, and it'd be cool to add to the pile, whatever. But
I'm coming to your house for Thanksgiving.
Me too. Put the Indians on my plate, okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Copper's on mine.
Listen, the only Indians I want are one of each year. All the rest are just extras.
Oh, well, we might as well give up now. Bill Marsh just entered the contest over there on your group, Lou. He's pretty lucky too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Pierre Tevet, he asked, did I get his picture? If your picture was liked and given a number, then I did. And so if you posted a while ago, anytime before the show, and you hadn't gotten a number yet, go look, and if you didn't, then just message me. But I can't. I got 500 names. I can't really look through it to see if, and I can't remember if I wrote down your name or not. So
I would imagine this is while we were live, so you didn't miss any. Well, you missed it, but that's because you're preoccupied right now. You'll see it later.
Yeah. So you'll get a number after the show's done and stuff. I'm gonna go on and number whoever else just posted the picture, and so you'll get one.
So we ought to have Lou up until like midnight.
So Lou, I'm going to tell you what the smartest thing. Do you have Excel or a similar program?
Nah, I like to just write it all down.
No,
yeah,
but I'm going to.
He's already got his spreadsheet.
No, I'm going to tell you what, because I started writing this stuff down 2 years ago when we did the first giveaway. And I had so many notes and addresses and who gave what. And I finally just had to put it in a spreadsheet because then I numbered every prize, put what the prize was. I put who donated it because I had some big prizes. And then when I was giving it away, I could look at my spreadsheet and go, oh, this came from this person. But then I could type their address in it. And I'm going to tell you what. That way, if anybody had any issues with me, I could just send them the whole freaking spreadsheet and say, here it is,
Lou's pretty organized. I'm sure he's got it under control. Besides, the Force is with him. He may even have Baby Yoda helping him.
Heck yeah. Mandalorian just started last Friday.
That's right. I knew you wouldn't miss it.
Nope. That was on Friday night. I was watching it.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you've seen my detecting stuff, like it's all my finds are pretty well organized.
Yeah, he's kind of OCD with that, extremely meticulous.
Yeah, it's gotta come out that day, get cleaned up that day, pictures that day, and put away that day.
Especially if it's silver, right in the yapper.
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's extreme OCD.
Yeah, well, right.
I'm just saying from a medical viewpoint.
Yeah, which speaking
500 tiles, that was so much fun. Let me tell you.
Right.
But they're done now. I have 500 tiles, and I'll number 500 more, however many people end up entering, and then I'll have them forever, and I could do random giveaways, and I could just break out the thing of 1,000 numbers and have people guess, and I just pick out a number.
I like it. I like it.
I got a question for Lou. So when you're out metal detecting and you get a really good find, do you GPS it and make sure you got the coordinates, you got the date, the time of everything of where you found it, or you just go out and throw it in your pouch?
No, he's got Mind Compass. He doesn't need GPS or anything. He knows right where it is.
Yeah, I know. Listen, if I find something really cool, I know exactly where I was when I found it.
Me too, Lou.
Photographic memory.
Yep.
Okay, I just didn't know if
Compass
he
brain.
it somehow with
some
type of.
He does right into the old memory bank.
One of my goals of detecting eventually, hopefully, is to be able to go detect historical sites where you just turn in all the finds, but it's sites that you would never be able to do otherwise. Because of where I live, there's so many of them throughout New England that are off limits and stuff, as far as historical properties go. And it would just be really fun to do, a historical site once a month or once every couple months and something like that I might catalog, and stuff.
Get a little more meticulous, as if you can.
Yeah, video it, frickin', and know exactly where it was dug on that property and stuff like that, so that would be information for the historical property to keep,
Right.
That's cool. Now, if you run it a 3030, you can do it right on the machine and then put it in, download Google Earth. It'll show your movement. It'll show your finds and waypoints and the whole thing. I've done that.
So just make sure Doug's with me so I can just have him
Exactly.
come swing over and do it on his 3030.
Exactly. That way, while he's messing with that, you can be off digging the next copper.
Yeah, exactly, right.
And I just had to ask that because I know people that do that, but I'm like you. If I went to my old lumber company site and somebody said, "Where'd you find that $5 payday token?" I could walk right over and go right there, know.
Oh yeah.
And
Right.
and I probably have found 100 targets, good targets there, but I could tell you approximately, here, over there. So I just had to ask, because
I've dug 3 Fujios and Fujio, and in every single one of them, I know exactly where I dug it. I can literally walk within a foot of where I dug each one of those.
That's cool.
Hey, and I've got one of those cool Fujio shirts on the way, I do believe.
Yeah, and then like my 3 2 reals that I found, I know exactly where I found those. I know my 1770s coin silver spoon. I know I can literally go right exactly where I found it. Those certain items, especially like different firsts or specific items. I don't know. I remember. If I drive somewhere once, I never need a map to get there again. Like I know how to get there, and it's the same thing with detecting.
Now, I got a question for you. With all of these tiles that you've numbered, does Dave the Wise have a number yet?
Yeah, he's number. He's right at the top of one of my pages.
Oh, don't give him a number. Take it away.
193. Well, I took out number 50 already, so that's Doug's number. He got number 50. He's not in there anymore though.
So Dave and Doug both will be watching the Go Lives going, rigged.
Yeah. Well, Dave will be saying rigged no matter what. He could have 30 numbers in there and he'd still be saying rigged.
Right.
Getting back to that. So I don't like the random number generator. I'm weird like that. I don't think that the computer really is like a random number generator. And so, when my girls said they wanted to pick out the numbers, I was like, I can get I thought of it in like 2 seconds. I can get Scrabble tiles and they can pick out the numbers, and it is truly random,
It'll work out great. Are you going to be in costume, or are they going to be in costume?
That'll be a surprise.
We'll have to see what happens.
That's going to have to be a
surprise. The other night his kids photobombed them, and it made me laugh pretty hard.
Oh, they listen. they think that I'm famous or something, and they want to be on the videos and everything. And I'm like, girls, it's just a bunch of geeks. Like it's not really anything extravagant,
Yeah, but we're cool geeks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely.
Well, crazy cool. I mean, come on. But
back in the day, now I'm going way back when I first started detecting, you were really considered a geek. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, my wife still thinks that I'm a geek, so. I've always said I'd rather be a geek than a nerd.
Hey, there you go. Nice.
We like our electronics.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, Lou, are you totally going to you're not going to use a random generator online? You're going to literally...
No, he's got the kids drawing them.
Yeah, my girls are going to draw the numbers. I literally bought 1,000 Scrabble tiles off eBay or Amazon or wherever I got them from. And I numbered 500 of them so far, and I'll number however many more I need to, and they're all I'm gonna make a little wrapped gift box and put them all in there and swish them around and pick out numbers.
He's refined
So-
because last year he just wrote them on slips of paper and dropped them in the Santa hat, and the girls had to draw them out.
I wrote down everybody's name that was on the Facebook Live. Oh,
I was just confirming that because can I borrow your girls for the weekend of my giveaway?
There you go.
You got to
Hey,
cover
I got a question
you got to
for you,
cover
Lou.
the shipping to get them there and back, Barb.
yeah,
There you
exactly.
go. Lou, I got a question that was asked of you earlier by Doug. Doug asked, "Who's Bob?"
Who's Bob?
Bob.
Bob is the cow guy that we're going to on Saturday. That's who Bob is.
You say Barb, it sounds like Bob.
Oh, Bob. Yeah,
Yeah, Bob.
Bob.
Well, you got to
I can't quite emulate your East Coast. My family was all from Jersey, North Jersey, and they used to just tease the heck out of me for talking the way I did from the Midwest because they kept telling me there's no R in Wash.
Well, you
Listen.
got to remember though, Lou is he's an interesting character because his accent conveys in his text messages.
Yeah, I've learned to
Still
type
Bob.
that way.
Yes, I do like that.
I did a video on one of my videos I posted in the group that I have a plaque that it's all about parking the car in Boston and going to the Sox game and stuff, so that everybody could actually practice talking exactly like me. So then you can all talk normal.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh,
No. I was born in New England, and literally we were made to say, "I parked my car in Harvard Yard,"
Yep.
and you had to get that right.
Yeah, the Sakatin.
Well, see, and unfortunately, that's why I'm not from Massachusetts. Because I couldn't do that. I'd bite my tongue or something.
Can I tell you an off the topic story real quick?
Sure.
My father-in-law is from Pittsburgh, and back in '85 or whatever it was, he moved up here. He stopped doing trucking and moved up here to install cable because they were paying way more
Better
money
pay.
and stuff. So he came up here like a month before the rest of the family. And he's looking for a place to stay when he got here. And so he got to a payphone. Yep, payphones. They existed.
Right. This was the 80s.
And he calls up the police station. Now he's down like Dorchester or something like that. Well, I forget what town he was in. And he's like, I just came up from Pennsylvania and I'm looking for a place to stay. And the officer's like, oh, you just go down the street like 3 blocks to the Sakatin. And he's like, the what? And the guy's like, down at the Sakatin. And he says, can you spell it for me? And so the officer says, SIRCARLTON. And my father-in-law goes, oh, that's so Carlton. And the officer says, yeah, that's what I said, the Sakatin. And the officer was getting wicked mad at him. When he tells me that, I just crack up. I'm like, oh, that is one of the best things ever.
That is good. That you got to be from New England because when I go home, everyone says I have such an accent from living below the Mason-Dixon line for so many years. But when I come back from visiting like I did in September and somebody said something and here it went, I was like, yeah, I had to park over there. And they're like, oh my God, we can tell you just went home.
Right.
well, I'll tell you what. You go into Chicago, they've got it. You go down through Missouri, they've got a little different twang of their own. The further deep south you get, I mean really deep south, we're talking Mississippi, Alabama, deep Louisiana, they've got lingo, and that's totally different than anything else that you're going to ever run into, and I always try to figure them out. But
Yeah, some of those areas you just about need an interpreter.
Oh,
boy.
I'm going to tell you what, I have a couple good friends here. And when they come, they stop by every now and then out of the blue. And Jerry has lived here all his life. I'll bet he's never left the mountains. And he sits and talks. And when he leaves, Colin's like, what did he say? I'm like, have no clue. I only understand like 6 out of 10 words.
There you go.
And then
Well,
you take a Midwest guy and you transplant him for a few weeks in England and try to talk to those folks and get directions and things like that. You need an interpreter for them.
exactly.
Oh, Doug said talk about KG and Ringy a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so I had the honor and privilege of hosting KG and Ringy for a few days when they were up for the Bone, and they came in. I took them out on Tuesday before the Bone, and on the Garrett Day on Wednesday, and it was pouring out. It was like they came to my house. We left, went out for breakfast, got to the site, and got our detectors on. Talked to the homeowner real quick, and literally the second we turned our detectors on, it started pouring, and it was cold, gross, wet downpours, and it was not that much fun. So we struggled for, I don't know, maybe a few hours at the most, getting soaked. We didn't have rain gear, so I had contracted trash bags, so we cut holes in them and wore those. We ended up coming back and calling it quits and sitting by the fire in the kitchen getting warm. And
There you go.
And then we did the Bone Dig on Wednesday. That was fun up in New Hampshire. And then Thursday and Friday, I took Steve, Miguel, KG, Ringy, and Brian out, and Doug was with us as well, to 2 different sites. And the first one was awesome, and it was the funniest thing because I got this permission. They were having a yard sale, and I stopped to look at a couple antique furniture pieces, and I just started talking to them, and I said, I mentioned, I've always wanted to stop by here and see if I could detect this huge field here. And the guy's like, oh, you could come by whenever. And I mentioned having, 6 people. And he's like, and I told him who, and he's like, oh, my son and I watched their show. And then he was all kinds of excited to allow 7 people on his land. And then he's like, and my neighbor here, I'll talk to him, and the neighbor there, I'll talk to them. And so we ended up getting like 4 old house permissions right next. It was like a whole neighborhood, and
Nice.
And it had been detected like 10 years ago, whatever it was, but we crushed it, And then the Friday we went out and stuff, and the morning was nice, but then it started raining, and it was detecting in the rain sucks. It's horrible, And so, but it was a lot of fun, and it was really cool that KG and Ringy reached out to see if I could take them out and stuff, and it was great to get on some good sites and stuff. And Miguel, listen, I see people have like reviews on the Apex and stuff and saying, oh, it's not that great and this and that and this and that, and I think Miguel probably out of anybody out there has the most hours on that thing. And he annihilated it. Like he was pulling stuff out where other people had us, the other people that were with him walked right over and stuff, and he's pulling stuff out of the ground with it, and so it's a matter of knowing your machine and putting the time in to learn it and stuff, and that's what it's all about. These people that use it, 3 or 4 times and are like, this thing's horrible. Like that's not even. That's
not a fair shake.
No, it's not. And so, so I definitely, I give him props, man, because I sat there swinging with him and hanging out with him and stuff. And it was just fun to see him using it and pulling out some really cool stuff. So.
Right.
You didn't happen to leave your phone lay around accidentally, did you?
No, but I photobombed their phones.
That boy. They did that to me when they were out here with me a couple times, and I picked it up the one day, and I went to take a picture, and I see KG down on the last picture. I went through it. I had about 150 pictures of those guys either picking their nose or they're doing goofy stuff, sticking the tongue out. I'm like, oh, how the hell did that happen?
Yeah.
Well, I left it on the counter. They were over at our shop, and they took, I'll bet, 100 photos.
I got you to put that 2 real right on his tongue too. I got a picture. I posted a picture of that on one of their posts from that.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Did they film while you were there?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, they did. They got like a 30-minute long. Garrett made a 30-minute long video or whatever.
Very good.
You know, of all the 4 days or 5 days. You know, but yeah.
Very good. Yeah,
Cool.
I've done, well, I had them out here for a week. We hunted Iowa for a week together, and then I hunted with them in Arizona. We had them down at the I&I hunt, and they're supposed to come back. Well, we're going to try and pull it off again next summer and have KG and Ringy and a bunch of people and open that up. Anybody can come to that, by the way. That'll be the great thing about it if they open the state up again.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't tell anybody about it just because I didn't want to get blown up with requests and stuff. It's hard to find permissions that allow 5 people, let alone 7, and you know, it was just
And we ran into the same thing. We kept it hush hush. We did a week's worth of shooting up here. They did a thing on the Iowa. We had one permission. We lost that because the archaeologist on the site decided he didn't want anybody detecting it, and it's a great site. And it just, you know, it's hard to do.
Yeah. Oh, it
Right.
is. It is. I mean, I did summer of 2019. I had a site that it was awesome too. It had never been detected, and for my birthday, I had 7. There was 8 of us total, but I invited seven people up, and I mean we crushed it. It was an old tavern site, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. It was beautiful weather, perfect birthday gift for myself to just go out and hang out with, you know, seven buddies.
There you go.
That's a great thing to have. That's the fun of this hobby. You could go do that like that and had some fun. A little competition maybe develops on who's getting what. That's always fun.
Yep.
Right.
Well, I'm going to back out. Lou,
right,
thank
Chuck.
you for the all that you're doing there on the Christmas giveaway.
Not a
and
problem.
Barb, all the work she does, and you have a great run of it. I'll be watching.
Sounds good. Thank you for your donation, Chuck.
Oh, that's no problem. Next year, get a hold of me a little earlier, and we'll work on a couple things, okay?
Sounds good to me.
All right, brother. Josh, thank you as always, my friend. Everybody have a great night. Great night. Stay safe out there. We'll be talking to you again. Bye-bye.
You too, Chuck. Thanks for the call.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to reiterate, I'm going to talk some more here, and so just to reiterate. Lucky Lou's 25 Days of Christmas. If you join, you have to enter. You can enter the group, but you actually have to post a picture on the pinned post to enter into the actual giveaways. Once you
Otherwise,
do that,
you will not be eligible to win.
You will not be eligible. Once you do that, you will be assigned a number. That is your number for all of the giveaways starting December 1st to December 24th. Every night between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, there'll be multiple giveaways. If you're watching live, there will be bonus live giveaways for people that are actually watching. The group will be closed as of December 1st at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Nobody else will be allowed to enter. Digging with Maddie's show on November 30th, the first giveaway, my Ace 300. I'll even autograph it for whoever wins. Just because I've only ever signed my name twice on a couple pillowcases, so figured I'd sign. I'm gonna sign the Ace 300 for laughs, and that's going to be given away on Digging with Maddie live Facebook show to kick off. I figured it was a pretty cool gift to give away for that to kick it off.
Yeah, great way to kick it off.
And you can win more than once, so. If you win, don't worry. Your number goes right back in, and you can win if you're lucky enough to be pulled twice, then that's awesome. I mean,
See, I should have got in earlier. That way I had a number that was easier to remember, like 3.
So,
Hey, Lou, those pillowcases that you signed, was that it?
on the ground.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
the pillowcases that were given away on last year's Christmas giveaway.
Those are the only autographs I ever did.
Well, I gave those away and gave.
You're not the one who made them, are you?
No,
Gail
Forsay did.
Gail would not let me leave unless I autographed them. I told her, I said, "What do you want my autograph on there for?" I said, "I'm a freaking nobody. You don't need my autograph." I said, "You got all these other famous people on here."
But the kids loved them, Lou.
Yeah. Actually, I think their parents loved them more than they did. But I made sure there was coins and books and 80 other things in with them. So you made some kids happy, even if you don't realize it.
That's cool.
That's you go. Cool. Well, Varv, Lou's definitely got the circuit to run, and I'm sure we're keeping him busy, so I'm going to let you go and give him the floor in case there's anything else he wants to add, and then we're going to get out of here. Barb?
I think did she leave? I think she
left. Must have, or the call dropped or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Well... Okay. Thanks for the call, Barb. Not sure what happened there, but
and info too. Any info is good. But yeah, so I completely lost my train of thought when she asked me a question. That's what happens. I had it all figured out, and now it just went to poo.
It kicks off. It kicks off with the Digging with Maddie show.
Yep, and then
you cut membership December 1st?
Yeah, 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you post a picture. The 2 tickets to events will be 18 and older. You must be able to attend the event, so don't even bother entering. If the dates and times of the events will be posted with that. There'll be a special post on the thing for that. And so you have to watch the Digging with Maddie show in order to win a chance to win the Ace 300. That's not a random number draw. That's going to be out of Maddie's red box, and so that to win that you actually have to be watching Digging with Maddie. There's still more stuff coming in for donations and such. And I think that's about it, as far as I can remember. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to everybody who's donated. Thanks to everybody who invited all these other people into this group. Like I said, I only have 120 or whatever actual detectorist friends on Facebook, and so 800 members. I couldn't have done that. Thanks to everybody in the group that invited all these other people in.
And I have been spamming the chat with the link to the group so that other people can hopefully go and request to join and, get themselves entered as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be fun, free fun, and that's what it's all about. Just having fun,
Right. Before you go, how long do you anticipate that it will take to get all of the lights up this year?
Probably about 20 to 25 hours, roughly.
See, you don't need help with shipping. You need help with your utility bill.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Last year was like $240 more for the month, I think it was. But like I picked up a 8-foot long Santa with reindeer light. It's like 8.5 feet long or something like that. I picked up a couple thousand white lights. I'm going to do a pole and make a tree out of white lights. So there's and I'll be doing more stuff too once I just got to get the house outlined. That's the biggest thing. It takes like 15,000 lights just to outline my house, something like that. So that's the biggest mission part is doing the outline. But all the nails are there, so I leave there's just little nails up all throughout my entire house, and so
save some work every year that way.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives me time to do other stuff as opposed to just the first year. The first year it took a long time because I had to put all the nails in and everything. And the biggest thing is mapping it out so that I put 5 outlets on the outside of my house just to put up Christmas lights. And you can only put so many strands together before it pops it. It pops a fuse in the strand, and so
right,
with that many lights on the house, I have to strategically map it out so that it all is one continuous flow, but coming from all the different outlets, so that I don't pop the lights.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That takes a lot of thought and effort, but it's really a sight to see when you get that stuff up. I really enjoyed the go lives and the videos and photos that you did last year. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I'll do one on my main page for sure. I might hop on and do a live on the Lucky Lose group, just so that people could see it there too as well.
You should get them in the mood.
Or share, or I could just share it to the group.
Well,
from my
that works too. Yeah.
But there will be undoubtedly a live video. Hopefully after they're all up, we get a little snow because it looks really, really cool with all the snow on the ground.
It did, yeah, it did definitely. And like I said, I'm certainly looking forward to that. Looking forward to the Christmas giveaway that you're doing this year, because it sounds like it's really just blown up for you. And who knows, maybe it'll be even bigger next year.
Yeah, it's a good possibility, that's for sure.
Well, what do you say we get on out of here then, Lou?
Sounds good, man.
All right, for everyone else, if you enjoyed the show, make sure and throw us a like. You can follow us on Spreaker, Facebook. Well, you know the drill. We're out there everywhere. Until then, make sure to check out Lucky Lou's 25 Days of Christmas. So the link is in the chat. It's in the description of the show tonight. It'll carry over to YouTube. It's on anywhere that you may have ran across the promo on Facebook. You'll find the link for the group in there as well. Until the next one, though, we've got to roll. Lou's got lights to put up. We'll see everyone on the next one.